5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
I cannot believe that we're actually in game. Let me just quickly check sound settings.
OG's turn to ban.
Alright. Wow. I am too loud, aren't I? Sorry. Too loud. According to my own settings, I'm too loud. Hopefully this should be better. Alright, we have a game, finally. It is MidOrFeed versus OG Dota in the MDL Macau European qualifiers. My name is Skim. Welcome to the cast. Both teams have a very busy schedule. This game was initially... Oh no, actually this was scheduled from the start to this. The other one was rescheduled. It was a Penguin versus Penta. Anyway, both teams still have a very busy schedule. MidOrFeed literally just finished a best-of-3 versus Penta. They lost 2-1. OG also today won a best-of-3 versus...
10 seconds remaining.
No rats.
5 seconds remaining.
And we have a draft. Pretty standard these days to see these bans in particular against both teams. OG, a lot of teams often target S4 with their bans. I think the Earth Spirit ban is a little bit... It's not uncommon by any means, you know. Jarex is definitely one of the best, if not the best Earth Spirit player in the game, or in the scene. But of course, people do like targeting that S4. We've seen a couple of Magnus bans against him as well, Beastmaster bans, although, of course, now MidOrFeed take the Beastmaster for themselves. OG, pretty much the same story here, with the bans towards MidOrFeed. MidOrFeed, often enough, their Clockwork, Wyvern are targeted the bans. Sometimes the Earthshaker as well. Seeing Queen of Pain banned is a bit surprising here, in a sense. It is something that they've picked for Cancel a lot, I think. He's played Queen of Pains 3 times in the last 5 games or so.
5 seconds.
But of course, Cancel has quite the wide hero pool, so I'm not sure if that was really for a ban. But then again, maybe it's just something they don't want to necessarily play against. OG has been experimenting a lot. You know, they've had very dynamic lanes. Often enough, it's Resolution, been the carry, No-Tail is the mid. In Captain's Draft, I believe No-Tail even played support, putting S4 mid yesterday. So, you know, they're very flexible in that regard.
5 seconds remaining.
Check.
OG's turn to ban.
Earth Shaker.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban.
Welcome back, guys. Sorry for this. Usually the stream delay is with the stream. We're back in the draft. Not a lot has changed really. They did perk the Earth Shaker and they've banned a couple of heroes more. So it looks like OG are targeting more cancel heroes with Storm and Tinker now as well. They definitely want to get a favorable matchup here because Cancel is one of those heroes that can, or one of those players rather, that can just snowball, you know?
Ten seconds. OG's turn to pick.
Anyway, we're here. MidOrFeed, they're the ones now looking at those S4 bans as mentioned earlier before. S4 definitely one of those players that you need to target.
5 seconds
I believe it was also VP that did it in Kiev Major, at the Kiev Major, you know, when they pushed OG to the limit. A lot of bans targeted towards S4. But vice versa as well, of course. Offline, a very strong position these days. Most of the times it is the playmaking position, and especially in OG, the dynamic, you know, the way they work, usually S4 is the main playmaker alongside Jerax. So this is definitely something to look out for.
Radiant team pick.
Assassin now picked up by OG. It's a very flexible pick, most likely a support, but could technically be the offlaner. Could even run under the dual lane scenario. Shadow Demon Luna doesn't really need much more support. They could run the Nyx Assassin dual offlane together with something else. Apply a little bit more pressure.
OG's turn to pick.
Witch Doctor.
I noticed from MidOrFeed that they don't really have a clear distinction between 4 and 5, at least in most cases. Or rather, they're very fluid in that dynamic, where they, you know, the Shaker and Sand King usually played by Synderen, even though they usually are the more farm. Even though they usually require more farm. And I don't know, it changes from position, or from hero to hero rather. Weehaw obviously is playing the Earth Spirit in that dynamic, but most of the times it almost feels like they're playing two sacrificial supports. Which it works out, of course. I mean, they have had a bit of a winning streak up until this best of 3 earlier against Penta. But I think and I think this is why it didn't work against Penta. I think against top tier teams, that is a drawback. Having two supports that don't necessarily do much in the mid game, or don't have enough farm in the mid game. OG would go with the puck. If it is a Notel puck, that would be some sort of signature hero. Notel has played mid before, not only in this OG team, but in Fnatic and in Han, of course. Notel was one of the strongest mid laners.
5 seconds
And Puck,
remaining.
in Dota at least, was one of his signature heroes when playing mid as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a no-tail Puck. And Luna is also a bit of a signature hero to Resolution, so it kind of fits. But yeah, just to come back to MidOrFeed, again, it never really seems as if either Weehaw or Synderen has that crazy amount of farm. that you see from, say, Yabzor or an AOI or, you know, other sort of like greedy 4 supports. Oftentimes, both of them play very sacrificial, which it works out in some sense, or it works out sometimes because they do have greedy cores, but it feels like that's just not enough. Sometimes it just, you know, they just need that extra blink, that extra 4 staff, or maybe like a silver, not a silver edge, a shadow blade on one of those supports. But we'll see. Your right ears.
Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Check.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Anyway, while I figure this issue out, I will at least keep your left ear company.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
What is it? Yeah, they have the Terrorblade ban, they have the Brute Mother ban. Don't want to get Brute Mothered. I guess there would have been the possibility, even though I do think that MidOrFeed doesn't have necessarily that bad of a matchup here against a Brute. Then again, yeah, no, you just don't want to.
Oh, geez. Turn
Don't want to take that chance, I don't think. Vengeful Spirit carry. Vengeful Spirit and TA, a lot of physical damage, of course. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I guess... No, I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Remaining.
Their deep push potential is there, of course, with the
5
Shaker and the Witch Doctor, even the Beastmaster, and they have a lot of push potential themselves now.
You may now select your
Timbersaw from OG. It's not a bad pick, but if you're MidOrFeed, I don't think you feel too bad about this either. Jarek's Puck? They're probably gonna swap with S4, right? It's a Timbersaw mid, maybe? I mean, they could swap it all around. They could put anything anywhere, yeah. So it's a Puck, S4. I did talk about No-Tail's Puck, but of course Puck, or S4 is one of the Puck players during TI3. Of course, it was one of his signature heroes, the $1 million Dream Coil. Do you remember? I certainly do. Alright, can you, if you're in chat, please keep me posted regarding the audio. I have done things which I think should fix it, but I'm not sure what they did. So keep me posted. Alright, we have a game on our hands. On MidOrFeed, pretty much everybody picking up the heroes as expected. Sooner again, playing those sort of initiators in a sense. You know, Sand King and Earthshaker, and then with Weeha. He's been playing a lot of late support. He's playing all the AAs, all the Witch Doctors. Better now. Alright. Yeah, I have a very wonky setup, so hopefully that should be fine now. Oh, one ward set up, both wards set up now. See how much they see. See how much they see. Alright. Well, this is
30 seconds
likely gonna be an aggressive tri-lane from OG here. Yeah, it looks to be that way. Though, with the Puck here, I think they're trying to sell the idea of it being an off-lane Puck, and then they, oh, debated S4 is just gonna move top. He has a TP after all. So looks like OG is going to secure this rune, but with the Shadow Demon showing, maybe MidOrFeed is going to be aware of this. Well, and the fact that, you know, Kezir's completely by himself on this top rune. So this is fairly obvious. This Trilane, is it actually going to move top? No, they're going to smoke up. They're going to... What is this? So it is an offlane puck, and they're going to smoke gang mid? First minute, is this happening? Is this actually happening? I think it's happening. Synderen might tank this. Synderen, oh, and the tree line could be so valuable here, and yep, the smoke pops. They do know that he's inside that tree line now, though. So they're gonna find Synderen here, and they're gonna go for the level 1 smoke gank mid. OG. Are they even gonna get this? They should be able to get this, right? Surely they get this. There's no reason. They're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. Can they kill the TA? This is so weird. What is happening? What is happening? Is the Trilane mid now? They moved the Timbersaw top, so this is... I'm sorry, I'm really dumbfounded by this right now. Alright, they're gonna go again onto the TA with the easy setup, and it is gonna be first blood, isn't it? Yeah, it's gonna be first blood. So I guess mission somewhat accomplished? Yeah, I guess they're gonna dual lane this against the TA and then have the Nixon Assassin roam. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but what a weird idea. Look, it worked out, so congrats to them. Farm-wise, Luna is already overtaking the TA. Bottom lane Tomato is, of course, pulling ahead as well. I mean, he has an easy time, and Witch Doctor doesn't even need to stay in lane that much. Has to be careful though, because Puck does hurt early on quite a lot. Top lane, yeah, No Tail versus Beastmaster should be fine. It was a much more Beastmaster favored matchup pre-707. Oh, Lina didn't get his self-cancel. Puck puts in there, or jumps in there. Cancels it now. Maledict onto S4, and S4 gets hit. He should die here, probably. Yeah, does die. But yeah, the Beastmaster Timbersaw matchup was a bit more, I wouldn't necessarily favored, but I guess was more towards the Beastmaster side because he had the double bore to harass and sort of like kite around the Timbersaw, which you couldn't necessarily kill or harass him too much just because of reactive armor, of course, but still. Cancel mid lane, gets stunned up, dodges the second stun though. This is a very annoying lane for the TA to deal with. The Shadow Poison, of course, takes down the Fraction charges. And it's not like any of the support can really help. Certainly not the Earthshaker. If anything, it would have to rotate the Witch Doctor. Lane. Careful. Are they going out? No. No. They should be feeling. Oh! They do have Jarek, so they might just go for Synderen, and indeed, they do decide to go to Synderen. No stun follow from Jarek just yet. Might have been a bit awkward with the pathing. I'm not sure he properly tried to go for this one. Maybe it was a bit of miscommunication as well. Maybe he thought they wouldn't be able to get this anyway, because Luna wasn't really good position. Ah, who knows. Shadow Demon gets stunned up, fly. It's gonna get body blocked from Synderen as well, but with the disruption on the TA, just get away. Yeah, the landing stage definitely going in OG's favor. Yeah, Timato is getting free farm, but that's to be expected. Not like S4 can really do much with S4. Yeah, that was... I would have been surprised if S4 wasn't lagging. You can see... You can see the XDs coming from MidOrFeed. They knew, like, this is 100% S4 just lagging. He just took, like, 4 hits too many. I wouldn't have been surprised if he disconnected, actually. Alright. Yeah, again, the laning stage definitely going in favor of OG. The saving grace, again, Tomato with his free farm. Potentially Beastmaster as well, doing somewhat okay in farming. He's keeping up with the Timbersaw. Alright, let's see. MidOrFeed, are you gonna do the honorable thing? Nope. Getting that kill. Yeah, screw that. Fights back. All right. Screw you guys. I need my XP. And he comes back into lane. I can't blame MidOrFeed. I think if they were ahead and if they were doing better in laning stage, maybe they do that. But I can't blame them. I would have done the same thing. Mid lane. Then they go into resolution. They could push a block resolution, and they do. They trap him in. Disruption could be there to save him. Not sure they need it though. And, well, it's just disrupt the Shaker, I guess. That's 4. He's gotta just pull again. Can't really contest it again. I mean, he can. He should be able to kill most of these creeps as well. Actually, he only killed like 3 of them. Cancel. It's doing okay in this mid lane. It's difficult to really last it properly against the Shadow Demon Luna lane. Certainly because he doesn't have a lot of vision on Jerix either. Jerix is playing really well. He's playing in the fog of war. He did get scouted up by Kezu just now, but still. Usually just playing behind the line of vision from MidOrFeed, who, by the way, only have... Well, I was about to say only have 1 ward up, but that is gone as well. So no vision on them, for them, and that makes this laning stage very awkward. You can see Cancel already moving back into the jungle. Doesn't really want to get close to his mid lane right now. Kezu might have to do the same. He's getting scouted out, and there's 2 supports around here, but with a Hawk, that should provide enough vision over Jerix. Yep. Yeah, he sees it. Jerix wants to kill it. Wants to kill that Hawk, doesn't he? Oh, Jerix. He baited him in, maybe? Shadow Poison, there's a disruption. He don't really have a lot of damage here. I don't think they can actually kill Kezu. Certainly not with the Shriner. Yeah, they shouldn't be able to get this. Oh, with the Luna coming in, never mind. With the body blocks here, another stun. That's another kill. 4 stacks of Shadow Poison here. I didn't see the Luna rotating in. I came here for a battle. GG though. How much gold did you get? Ooh, 200 gold. Well, again, Cancel. Keeping up in terms of last hits. It's a bit deceptive because last hits from the jungle don't necessarily count for as much. Oh, mid lane, they hit a stun. Without the Shadow Poison, I don't think they can really kill her. Kill her. Kill her, kill him, whatever. Top lane, Kezu getting turned up by Notel. Notel about to take the tier 1 as well. That is, of course, the upside in having this Timbersaw versus Beastmaster matchup. Beastmaster can't really do anything against Notel too often. And Notel can just continuously push out the lanes. Kezu, gotta be careful. There's solo kill potential here. And Kezu's not even level 6 yet. Oh, TP out to the bottom lane. We're gonna support the Puck here. Puck has a Greek Coil if he wants to. Doesn't need it for the Shaker, does he? Nope. Disruption connects on Tomato, but he's gonna TP out. Yeah, so they only get a 1 kill, which is fine, I guess. But it does force out the rotation. Gives a little bit of space to Kezu. And Tomato as well, who TP's top with the Venge. They do find the initiation on resolution, but it's not like I have really any burst damage here. Certainly not without the Earth Shaker. And OG are just ever so slightly creeping up ahead. I guess it's not that big of an advantage considering they already took a tower. Net worth is almost 2k, so with the tower on Fly finds TA. Cancel. Should lose all of his refraction charges. And DT does. And so much damage actually.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, no, can't even kill that Hawk. Oh, no, gets stunned and swapped and stunned again. Not sure that's gonna do too much though, but nice cast is gonna bounce between the two. And who are they gonna go for? They can't really decide. Oh, Tomato, what are you doing? You should focus. That's a triple kill for OG, double kill for Notel, and Tomato might fall here as well. That was... If they focus the Timbersaw, they have to focus the Timbersaw. And yeah, that's a dead tomato, isn't it? What is that sound? Why is there a monkey sound? Because of the witch doctor? No, I don't know. It was a weird sound. Anyway, that was a very weird engagement from MidOrFeed. It was a nice try going on the Timbersaw there, and they almost had enough damage, but I'm not even sure if Kamada's damage would have been enough, to be fair. He's quite tanky. Level 9. Not an easy kill for sure. And I guess this is also why this Timbersaw pick was so good. Most of their damage is physical after all, and with reactive armor maxed, that is virtually not impossible to kill him, but it feels impossible for sure. Puck? Force carry.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like they want to contest this stack and farm from Kezu. Or at the very least keep track of it. You don't want to die here, Cancel. Another smoke from OG now. It's crazy that this is the second smoke of the game, and the first one was, you know, first minute smoke. Looks like they're gonna walk into Weeha. It's not the best target for them. They wanted somebody else. They get it, but they wanted somebody else. So in that sense, he tanked a bit of a gank for Tomato here. Tomato. But the taunt. Oh, it's the taunt. I didn't even realize it was the taunt. It's not a monkey, it's a chicken, I think. It's definitely a monkey though.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult for MidOrFeed. They need to spread the map a little bit and try to get some farm in the course. I don't think they can really do too much here, even though they have full support sitting here. Are they really gonna kill this Timbersaw? No, they're not. So I think they should just try and cut their losses here. Maybe give up this tower even, try and split push and farm. Instead, they're grouping up here, looking to possibly fight. I'm not sure this is the right idea. At least not if OG was grouped up still. Bottom lane. That's a T-Torse right there. Getting a kill there with the Dream Coil, and the Nixus has an ultimate. Good kill for them. Cancel working on that Desolator. About halfway there. Mask of Madness and BKB for Tomato next. Yeah, this entire team needs more farm. Oh, speaking of this team, I guess.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Simran is probably going to be the sacrificial lamb here. Yep, he is. Oh, Kezu. He walks in. There's no Dream Coil just yet. 4 seconds, and he's definitely gonna die. They're gonna die with T3 for sure. Yep. Healed Batman. And they're even gonna get his creeps. This is how MidOrFeed sort of... They have to accept that they can't really fight right now. They just can't. If they wanted to, they would have to look for smoke ganks and kill somebody, but a lot of these heroes are very difficult to kill. If anything, Shadow Demon Luna would be targets to kill, but they're always together, they're always sort of behind the river, or on the other side of the river, so it's difficult to really get to them. Maybe? Oh, there's no way we could split it. Maybe with a Fisher. But, that ultimate from Resolution ensures that Cancel can't get there. Again, it's difficult for MidOrFeed to find those kills, and I think the right course of action was just to try and avoid fighting. No matter what else he's gonna die. Jared plays with his food. Might take the ultimate in 9 seconds down. They don't need it. They have the Death Ward, so that's a good kill for them. But they do give away the Synderen Earthshaker, who kind of needs some farm as well. You know, he needs that blink for sure. They want to find proper initiation. So that's some much needed gold, certainly for the Beastmaster. Are they gonna smoke up? Yeah, it looks like they're gonna smoke up. Alright, looks like they're gonna smoke up, maybe behind the TA for the spell to top. But that might just be a little bit too obvious. Not sure Resolute or OG is even gonna respond to this at all. In the meantime, they could take 2 tier 1s if they wanted to. Yeah, it looks like that is gonna be their goal. 2 tier 1s for the Trader 1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower.
Oh, Weehaw. Oh, Weehaw. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. OG, I think they're very content with how the game's going so far. They're doing the right things, they're applying a lot of pressure, they're planting deep wards, making sure they keep vision over MidOrFeed. They make sure to trade efficiently. Yeah, they get off the tier 1, but they're gonna get 2 in return. And with this tower, they can take control over the Radiant jungle, which, well, they sort of have control over this anyway. Initiate on Weehaw. We have to jump there. Shed poison on top of him as well. With the Purge, should be enough to kill him. Oh, nah. It definitely was enough to kill him. For a second there, I thought it already popped. TA in the meantime, they have to be careful. They're stealing the stack there. I'm not sure how successful that's going to be. The Tomato gets stunned. Cancel, get the TP cancel. They do get the Furia, but I'm not sure that's going to be a worthy trade here. Cancel and stack is going to be the first one. They're just going to keep on farming the stacks, alright. Resolution though gets the majority of those creeps, the big ones anyway, and gets a double kill. They could technically Roche, but it looks like they're just gonna go for the towers instead. And I believe they don't have a medallion. Nope, no medallion. So no point in going Roche, I suppose. It would have been a cute play. It would have been a cute play from MidOrFeed if that had worked, but it didn't. They do have the Desolator, of course, though. Desolator half a BKB, I guess? Almost what I assume to be a VAD from Beastmaster. Yeah, those, and I guess this is a bit of the issue with that lineup. You just don't have those big items that could change the way they flow the game. Maybe the Blink and Synderen? Maybe. We'll see. Didn't have to be careful, no? Let's get initiated upon. That's some T-Trace right there. My mouse was stuck at the edge of the mousepad. Oh, Tomato swaps himself out for his support. I'm not sure that was the right play though. Tomato gets initiated upon and they keep diving here. That's a nice death ward, going to prevent them from chasing further. And they force a deny out. But of course they do lose the Witch Doctor to the window.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, OG firmly in the lead. Gonna take another tier 2 potentially? No? Where are they going? What do they want? Are they gonna smoke that? No? No smoke? Alright, they're just gonna fall back. I guess they could wait in some items. Though I don't really see any new items coming up really. They're playing very aggressively. They do have to escort back up and she blinks in with a double silence. Not sure that was the right play here though, because there's no real follow-up and they have to be careful. Nota doesn't have much of a deny here. Also, nice swap here. But there's a Luna ultimate coming in, cancel. The Echo Slam is nice, this one's through, but that's not gonna be enough. Then triple kill for Notel. Finding the nope. Doesn't get the ultra kill. Actually dies here in the end. So still 4 people dead. They will be able to force out buyback. They do get the recall onto Kazuya as well. Is there a losing team? He has to walk out of range. He has to walk out of range, and he does. Okay, S4, is he gonna chase it? No. No buyback forced yet. And with 20 seconds left on the timer, I'm not sure they are gonna force out any more buybacks, so Kazu buying enough time for his team there.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, that certainly set Sinrin back in terms of his blink dagger. We have no new items coming up on MidOrFeed. That's really bleak. In the meantime, on the Dire side, we've had the blink on S4 for a while now. I wonder if he's actually even going to bother with the treads or if he's going to go straight for Dagon. No tail working on the Shiva's guard. Actually, he's going to go Yules first. Alright. He's just going to keep a casual plate now then. And Resolution. Almost has the next stop. Oh, that Roshan. Are they really going to sneak this Roshan? Are they really going to sneak this? I can't believe they're sneaking this Roshan. I cannot believe that. No, Kezu. Oh, they can't believe they snuck this Roshan. What a play here. But they might still get caught out. Kezu for sure does. And he should fall here. He does. Everybody else got out though. So this was still a good trade for them. I can't believe it happened. They literally smoked right beneath it. Or right next to it, I guess. Well, MidOrFeed, what can you do with this Roshan? This certainly is a confidence boost, which they need. Sometimes it's a weird thing. You know, Dota is a very mentally draining game, and sometimes just having a bit more confidence can change so much. So even if their lineup is still sort of inferior in a sense where they, you know, they lack certain items, they're behind by a lot, and you know, even if they weren't poor, maybe their lineup is still worse in teamfights. But just because they have that confidence now, they have the Aegis as well, of course, that could change the outcome of the next fight. Cancel has to be careful. He cannot afford to die here. Jarek scouts him out. Support is coming in the form of Fly. That ultimate is going to last a while, but Cancel's going to be behind this tier 2. Going to be safe, or is he? Fly's coming in. Has a disruption, does find the disruption, and this should be dead. This should be dead. Might even be dead twice. The support is coming in though, but I'm not sure if they're going to be there in time. Oh, there's a nice stun on two Timbersaw, and they get stuck here as well. That's dead. Timbersaw should be anyway, and yeah, they do find the Shadow Demon as well, and the Echo Slam onto the Resolution Luna. Luna is still trapped in here, and she dies. So this is MidOrFeed. This is the confidence I was speaking of. And maybe a little bit too overconfident from 1G, thinking they could stick around after that Aegis behind the tier 2 as well. Weeha once again the sacrificial lamb. That's the life of a... Oh, Sidrin. Careful. Might just die here, right? That's just defensive Yules. I'm not sure that's going to be enough there. With his stun. Certainly not. Puck does blink in. Silence, and has to jump out immediately again. Doesn't really want to face a Tomato with a... Oh, there's a nice swap. They should be able to... Oh no, they don't have any... they have a sentry. They have a sentry. Puck comes in and gets the kill to cancel though. Now they have to disengage, surely. The blink? Yeah, that was a blink. Kezu. Gotta be careful. Has another wild axis. Is gonna juke it. In the meantime, Syndrin dies. Oh, of course, Syndrin. At least he has the blink. What's the point I was trying to make? Forgot about it. But yeah, MidOrFeed look in better shape. I think they look in better shape. Certainly now with the BKB done on Tomato, they are more potent in those team fights. Tomato can now frontline a little bit. There's the blink on the TA, so more mobility on her as well. And I'm sure once she has a BKB, MidOrFeed are going to be able to contest OG more. But OG still very much in the driver's seat. Luna very far ahead in terms of net worth. That said, Luna is one of those heroes that, yeah, she may be ahead, but you know, can't be very squishy. Certainly with this amount of minus armor. Oh, blink in. Weeha is getting swapped out. In fact, the Tomato pops the BKB, but the Dreamfall is going to ensure that Resolution gets the kill here. Sidrin jumping in. They find the roar onto Resolution as well. Resolution gets stunned up, and he's dead. Tomato with the BKB standing his ground, Puck blinks in, doesn't find a kill and even has to jump out again. Cinder has a blink in 2 seconds, no pressure just yet though. Blinks in, finds the stun onto Shadow Demon. They might even get the S4 Puck here. S4 does have a jump in 3 seconds, he blinks to the creeps, to the ancient creeps. It's gonna not juke it? No, he's stuck there. But, well, yeah, no, he's stuck. For that, for the price of a Witch Doctor. This is OG sort of, I don't know, not coordinating well and potentially underestimating what MidOrFeed is capable of with this lineup right now. No tail gets scouted out, only has 5 Bloodstone charges left. So MidOrFeed in a very good position to potentially even take the next tower here. Certainly with this amount of physical damage and the attack speed from Kezu, they should be able to. But they decide otherwise, they fall back. I understand. Don't need to overextend here. Somebody's pinging out cancel. Dendron, careful, he's pinging them out as well. No, he gets a roar onto the next assassin. Also just wants to kill him, no shit. He's not gonna get it though, and instead they get the kill to the next assassin. Timbersaur's trapped. He doesn't have a lot of mana. In fact, he doesn't have any mana left anymore. This one does come back in, just gets a kill and consider it. In the meantime, Resolution comes back from behind. And they do find the kill in TA and the Beastmaster in. Tomato just has to blink out. So this is MidOrFeed now overextending. Fighting next to a tier 2 and a shrine. And another tier 2 technically. A lot of rotations from OG allow them to almost wipe MidOrFeed. How is this very poorly coordinated? I mean, being there in the first place is very greedy. They had a sentry, they didn't have an observer ward as far as I can tell. I don't think anything got dewarded, at least. So that was a bit poor judgment. And with the Lincolns and Luna ready now, it's gonna get more difficult to shut her down in those team fights. This time around, they didn't even have the roar on her because they used the roar on Jarek, which, with the Carapace, by the way, definitely bought himself a lot of time and his team a lot of time. But yeah, with that Lincolns now, it's going to be a bit more difficult going forward to really shut down the Luna. Of course, they have a lot of ways of actually dealing with it. Even Cinderin can trigger it with his 4-step now. Alright, Shadow Blade done on Tomato. Let's look at more items, shall we? Let's look at more items. We have a Shadow Blade done, almost a Lincoln's on S4 as well. The Shiva's Guard completed on Timbersaw. What else? Looked at Luna already. Yeah, we've seen that. There's a gem on Kezu now. Yeah. This is a good gem. They can't afford to have something like that happen again. Cannot afford. Let's look at graphs. OG is still ahead. They have been ahead for a while now, of course, even though MidOrFeed did manage to pull it back a little bit. Oh, looks like they're going to group up for an engagement. They are scoped up. Have to be careful here. They're going to send out some illusions. Let's see if MidOrFeed get baited into this. The Hog does scout out the Luna, of course. Oh, there's a turret. Yeah, they're not gonna fight. They don't want to fight on those terms. They don't have good vision here on this side of the river, so they can't really go just blindly blink it there. They could have swapped it out, but that wouldn't have been worth it. Vision in general is something that both teams need to address a little bit more. OG don't have a lot of vision themselves either. That's why you see them grouped up like this. Jarex is gonna go on a scouting mission now. A lot of pings coming in. Another smoke coming out from MidOrFeed now. So there looks like they're gonna try and commit to this smoke, or they're gonna sneak a Roshan again. They're gonna sneak a Roshan again. I mean, they have a Venge. That's easy Roshan as it'll ever get. Venge TA. Medallion on Beastmaster? Yeah, Medallion on Beastmaster as well. So easiest Roshan of their life. This one has cheese as well on the bench now. So OG, what's your response to this? For them, the issue is there's no outer tower to take anymore. And looks like MidOrFeed is not really interested in pushing out this bottom lane or this mid lane. Even though Jarek is sort of hoping on this. Looks like OG might force a fight here. They prepare at least with this ward here for a siege, but MidOrFeed not really in a position to defend it just yet. TPs are coming in, and now they're gonna get scouted out. They have to kill one. The aggressive blink in. He got caught out here. That's a big advantage here for them, and it is 50 seconds without the cast, 50 seconds without the death ward. That is quite the advantage now for OG, but the question is, are they gonna commit to this? Or are they just gonna Shadow Demon Luna this? Looks like they're gonna Shadow Demon Luna this. Well, 2017 is happening, boys. Almost a year after we've seen this at the Boston. Oh, this sucks. Now they know there's a ward here. Actually, they knew before that. They knew before that. Oh, this is annoying. Oh, like in silence on 2-2. They do have the Aegis. They don't want to lose it just like that. And it looks like this is the name of the game right now. Sieging. The mid lane is pushing in as well, which is very unfavorable for MidOrFeed. Alright, what's the time here? We have that. Oh, there's Blake Echo onto Luna with the stun as well, but the double coil not really gonna do too much against the BKBs here. There's a death ward, which also doesn't do too much to be fair. Earthshaker is the first one to die. Luna does go down now, so they do get the carry. Tomato is standing his ground. He does have the cheese. Timosol is very, very low. His defensive yields up as 4 blinks in once again. They do get Timosol, so 2 cores are down. Where's the follow-up? Do they get more out of this? Weeha or Tomato has another swap if he needs to, and he does swap S4, who phases out and immediately jumps out as well. So this should be fine. Or is there stun? Ooh, no. No mana, not much anyway. So one quick initiation from Syndron immediately secures that fight. S4's initiation was pointless because double Dream Call onto the 2 cores with the BKB doesn't really do too much. And MidOrFeed, they buy themselves more time and more space as well, getting rid of the Luna. The question is, what can they get out of it? Jax is just good. So aggressively. Tomato scouts out Puck. He does see him. He has a swap soon as well. They do have the vision now. Oof. They need the disabled. They need a Fisher to land. If the Fisher connects there, that's a death Puck. Yeah, the question is, what do they do now? Looks like they're going to try and push out the top lane, but Motel has preemptively pushed that one out already. And immediately OG is looking to push out the bottom, push out the mid lane. They're so smart about this. And I'm not even sure if MidOrFeed are going to get even touch this tier 2 by the time that OG is knocking on the door again. Let's look at some more items, shall we? Silver Edge on Tomato now, which is really strong against No-Tail. The breaking, the reactive armor lets him melt very quickly. And he already has the God Scepter to sort of counteract that physical damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So yeah, looks like the Kazu creeps are gonna push out the top wave, but MidOrFeed is firmly just gonna sit here and try and potentially swap somebody in. Tomato. If they swap in Resolution, that could be a big opener here. They do see where No-Tail is at. Alright, where's the Hawk? The Hawk. Now it's gonna resummon, and it's gonna get blown out. It's gonna scout out S4, and No-Tail. They're immediately gonna get rid of the Hawk. They have to. Tomato with this Silver Edge. Is there any invis attack on the Dire side? There's only sentries in Fly's inventory, in Fly's stash. So if he finds his initiation, that could open up a team fight for MidOrFeed. Tomato, gonna go for the swap. Aegis just went out. That's a big issue right now for MidOrFeed. Yeah, No-Tail was in a compromising position, but at the same time, they don't really have any vision, so they don't really know where the backup is. Is the backup sitting right next to him? Is the backup right behind him? They didn't know that, technically speaking, OG wasn't even super close to it. Similarly, OG don't have good vision either. You know? They're just sticking close to one another and banking on the fact that MidOrFeed can't really do anything right now. They saw Tomato walking towards this area. Why? Has a blink. Blink shadowing is so good. Blink disruption with your one purge. Well, what's the game plan here? Looks like OG is just waiting for somebody to walk uphill here. Yep, looks like that's the plan. Maybe they're gonna teach mid a little bit more with those illusions. Pings are coming out though. I think we have pinged out. Hey guys, they're just sitting there. I betcha. A very awkward position for both teams. One mistake could cost them an entire team fight, and one team fight could mean racks, buybacks, Aegis. Oh, there's a swap onto Jarex. Stun out for the TA, blink in, and coil onto Q. Tomato immediately calls the BKB. Not sure that was the right call here. Behind, Nikon gets caught out by the Timothy. Roar onto the Luna. It's a very spread fight. This is not a good fight for MidOrFeed. Sunan gets caught out with the Yules and does get stunned mid forced out. And if he's the only casualty, that's actually good for MidOrFeed, because in the meantime it's been really good there. Casual gets got it up by no time. MidOrFeed has to be careful though. And that's the blink out, but with the Jarex stun, not sure Kenton's gonna get out of the spot free just yet. He pops the blink BKB, and he's got enough of this. He's gonna turn on them and might even find this North-Tail Dimisaw, and he needs to find something, otherwise this was a waste of BKB, and indeed, he's just gonna fall back, and OG now with BKB down. Oh, double stun from Jarex. What a stun with the resolution ultimate as well. That's a dive blow. That's a death for the bench with the buyback on top. I think if you're OG, you're just happy and you're just gonna go out of here. Don't really need this fight anymore. So looks like they just want to keep on fighting after all. So double buyback force. Tomato dies here again. Lord knows what happens. Yeah, OG's gonna fall back. OG's gonna fall back. That's a beautiful stun from... Oh, that was a beautiful stun from Jarex. Setting that up. And suddenly, no goes back to 10 charges. Oh, there's a Roar. No follow-up just yet though. There's a Fissure now though. They want to make sure to kill this Timbersaw and get the defensive. Yules is going to keep in place. Tomato has to be careful. He's getting scouted, singled out by two heroes here with the Demonic Forge on top. Has to be careful, gets swapped out. Or swaps out himself, rather. Puck. In the meantime, finds two heroes here with the coil. Oh, that is TA. That looks to be the TA. And cancel. Falls here. He doesn't have Cloudart though. So, a nice play here does get themselves the no-tail kill, but they have to be careful. Tomato cannot afford to die here. Tomato has to be careful. There's the Yules, and there's the follow from Jarex. Surely there is. Yeah, there is. But the buyback from TA is going to discourage them from pursuing any further.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Butterfly done on resolution as well. No MKB in sight for anybody, really. Oh no, Tomato gets caught out with the Demonic Purge as well. The stun on top, dead for 100 seconds. No tail back in 6. If he just TPs in, this might just be another siege for OG. A very favorable one as well. And he does TP in. Is Roshan up? Roshan is up. They could secure it. They could secure Roshan. There would be no contest, and indeed, they're gonna go for Rosh. Jarek's already posturing himself up here, making sure that there's no funny business coming from MidOrFeed. Alright. Who gets what? Probably Aegis Resolution. Or actually, no tail Aegis is not bad either. But you probably want to give it to Resolution. Cheese, stick with Puck or Timbersaw. I would probably prefer them to Timbersaw. But looks like it's gonna run with Puck? Yeah, together with the Refresher Shard. makes sense. Double coil is quite strong as those BKB charges drop very low. Forced out the BKB with first recoil, refresher charge, and then dropped another once the BKB runs out. Jarex is on top of a ward. There's a roar, but I'm not sure that's the one fight they're looking for. There's the first recoil. They pop it, and Kazu might be the first to die here, and Weeha dies here as well. Should fall anyway. Cancelled, links out, tries to go to fly, does get the kill, but for what? He's gonna fall here as well, isn't he? Yep, yes. That's a GG. Well, that's unfortunate for MidOrFeed. OG, I won't necessarily say control of the entire game. They were ahead for sure, but I think there was a period of time where they sort of like lost that control a little bit, and